Hey guys, welcome back to Book Love. This is Ember. Today I'm doing a review of the book The Nightwalker by Sebastian Fitzek. I hope I said his name right. This book was originally published in Germany in 2013. This is a German author who is one of the most successful authors in Germany. He is very known for writing thrillers. This is a psychological thriller book that we're going to be reviewing today. This book was translated into English by Jamie Lee Searle. So what originally drew me to this book was this amazing cover. I saw it and thought, that looks very, very interesting, and I was just kind of captivated by it. When I read the blurb on the back, I thought it'd be a very different kind of read than some of the ones I normally pick, so I thought I would give it a try. And I actually made my book club read it last month, and they all seem to enjoy it as well. In The Nightwalker, the story follows a gentleman named Leon Nader. When Leon was younger, his parents died in a car accident, and he was put into the foster care system. As a youth, Leon was a sleepwalker. He would have nocturnal activities where he would get up and do things, but he wouldn't remember about what they were the next day. Anyway, so one of these instances made him afraid, and he got into therapy and saw a specialist and was cured. So this book begins with an adult Leon, and he just awakens one morning, and his wife is very bruised and battered and looks like she's been kind of in a fight with a chipped tooth, and she is mumbling things and saying that she can't handle what he's doing to her anymore, and she leaves. So from there, the mystery unfolds. One of the best things about this book is that it kind of has you question reality. Leon is not sure what is going on. He has to kind of put the puzzle pieces together. He believes that his sleepwalking has returned and that he somehow harmed his wife and possibly others. So to investigate that, he tries calling on some help of his old therapist from when he was younger, and also getting a motion-activated camera that he attaches to his head. And as he watches the video the next day of what the camera captured the night before, that's really what starts his journey in this psychological thriller. Some of the best parts of this book is as Leon is piecing together what he thinks happens, trying to put together these clues, but also questioning everything he knows about reality, what he thinks is real and what he thinks he's happened in his sleep, what the video evidence is portraying that he's seeing, and different clues that he finds around his apartment. Leon is definitely a unreliable narrator in this story. Number one, because he is not sure about what's real and what's not real. It mentions that several times in the book as he's physically doing something, he's wondering if it's a figment of his imagination. And so this book was definitely a very interesting read. It takes you on a very winding, dark path. I didn't feel that this book had a lot of necessarily scary things, but there was suspense in it for sure, as you follow Leon and then the people who are kind of around him as he goes on this mystery and trying to solve what happened to his wife. The writing style in this book is very easy to read. It was translated from German, but I didn't find that there was a lot of grammatical or spelling kind of issues that tripped me up. I know some people are a little bit more sensitive to that, but for me, it still flowed very well. There were a few times that terms were used that you could tell that this person lives in a foreign land from America, because it is set in Germany, but really nothing that would make it a challenge to read or be disorienting in any way. There are some intense moments in this book as well, which of course you would expect from a thriller. What kind of good thriller would not have some intense moments? So definitely times when I caught my breath and was like, oh my gosh, what? But also I am a very predicting reader. I like to try to predict what's going on as I read. It just naturally happens in my head. So there were some things in there that I was so sure that this was happening, this certain thing. I thought, oh, I know exactly what's going on. And I was kind of right, but I was also not right at all. So I love books that can kind of surprise me that way. Sometimes I can kind of peg what's going on, and then I'm right, and then I'm like, okay, well, all right, I was right the whole time. But this book definitely had some twists and turns, which I really enjoyed, that it wasn't so predictable that I kind of already knew things that were happening, but also that I had enough clues that I was able to predict some things, so I wasn't like completely, this makes no sense. Very well put together story, and once you're done reading it, I feel like your brain has to keep processing it. In fact, in my book club, that's one of the comments we got the most from all the other members, is that after the story was done, they just had to keep thinking about it and putting it together. You know how some books have like the puzzle pieces and you see them and you pick them up, but then not till the very end when you have more or less everything do you really understand what those other puzzle pieces meant. So very great as far as that goes. If you would like a kind of dark or mysterious psychological read, this would be a great one to choose. After I read this book and before I was doing this review of it, I did check out Sebastian's website, which is www.sebastianfitzek. I can never say his name right, Fitzek. .de. I read his bio on his website and it actually surprised me with his humor. He was quite hilarious and lots of sense of humor as he's talking about himself. So I also recommend you check that out to find out more about this author. I would be interested to try more of his books. He has quite a few out that also are, you know, well sold and have been bestsellers for sure. So I am going to definitely look into more of his books. I like to kind of throw in some different things sometimes, and I think this was a great refreshing change of pace for me, and I definitely felt a very overwhelming positive vibe as well from my book club members who enjoyed it, and it's way outside their normal range of books to be read as well. So check him out, and I am also going to do the same and see about more books by this author. Thanks for watching this review. I hope that it made you feel interested in this book, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks. Bye, guys.